A very good morning, dear children. I hope you all are fine and safe with your family. Students, today in history, we will be learning a new lesson, that is lesson number 9, and name of the lesson is the Maratha War of Independence. After the death of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, the Marathas fought with great valor with the Mughals under the leadership of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj and Maharani Tarabai to protect the Swaraj. This long war that lasted for 27 years is called the Maratha War of Independence. In 1682 CE, Emperor Aurangzeb himself led the invasion of the south. Even then, despite enormous difficulties, the Marathas emerged victorious in this struggle. This war is an exciting and glorious period in the history of India. In this lesson, we shall learn about this war of independence. Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj. Sambhaji Maharaj was the eldest son of Shivaji Maharaj and was born on 14th May 1657 on the Purandar fort. He became Chhatrapati after the death of Shivaji Maharaj. From the age of 14, he was involved in administration and warfare. He led many attacks on the territories of Mughals and the Adil Shah. He had mastered Sanskrit and many other languages. So in which all languages he had mastered? He had mastered in Sanskrit and many other languages. And written Buddha Bhushanam on the statecraft in Sanskrit. Aurangzeb's invasion of Deccan. Aurangzeb crushed the rebellion of his son Shahzada Akbar. Thereafter, Akbar came to Deccan to take shelter with Sambhaji Maharaj. After that, what happened? Akbar came to Deccan to take shelter with Sambhaji Maharaj. Aurangzeb descended to the south in 1682 to vanquish Akbar. Okay, so what happened after that? Aurangzeb descended to the south in 1682 to vanquish Akbar. Vanquish means what, student? Vanquish means to defeat someone. Okay, now he asks the Siddhi of Janjira to undertake expedition against the Maratha and also won over the Portuguese to his side. Aurangzeb wanted to create a grand unified Mughal empire. So what Aurangzeb wanted to create? He wanted to create a grand unified Mughal empire. And he also wanted to destroy Maratha Swaraj. He wanted to create a grand unified Mughal empire. At the same time, he also wanted to destroy Maratha Swaraj. However, Aurangzeb found it difficult to overcome the resistance offered by Sambhaji Maharaj. Thus, Sambhaji Maharaj valor brought Aurangzeb to his knees. Campaign against the Siddhi. Sambhaji Maharaj launched a campaign against the Siddhi of Janjira in 1682 CE as he was harassing the people in the Maratha territory. So who was harassing the people in Maratha territory? Siddhi of Janjira. So who launched the campaign? Sambhaji Maharaj in the year 1682 CE. Sambhaji laid a siege to the fort of Dandarajapuri. However, he had to abandon Janjira campaign as the Mughal army invaded Swaraj. Campaign against the Portuguese. So now we have seen student campaign against the Siddhi. Now we will be learning in detail about the campaign against the Portuguese. As the Portuguese had joined hands with the Mughal emperor, Sambhaji Maharaj decided to teach them a lesson. Okay students, so as Portuguese had joined hands with Mughal emperor, so Sambhaji Maharaj decided that he will be teaching them a lesson. The Marathas attacked the Revdanda fort in 1683. So what Marathas did? Marathas attacked the Revdanda fort in 1683. To counter this, the Portuguese laid a siege to the Fonda fort. So what Portuguese did? Portuguese laid a siege to Fonda fort. The Marathas overcame the siege of Fonda fort and attacked Goa. Yasaji Kank showed great valor in this battle. Sambhaji Maharaj had to abandon the winning campaign of Goa as the Mughal army had attacked South Konkan. So what happened? Sambhaji Maharaj had to abandon the winning campaign of Goa. Why he had to abandon? As the Mughal army had attacked the South Konkan. End of Adil Shahi and Qutub Shahi. Aurangzeb suspended the campaign against the Mughals and turned towards the kingdom of Adil Shah and Qutub Shah. He conquered these two kingdoms. These strengthened his position against the Marathas. So what Aurangzeb did? He suspended the camp against Mughals, and where he turns towards the kingdom of Adil Shah and Qutub Shah. After turning towards this kingdom, he conquered these two kingdoms. These strengthened his position against Marathas. Now see what happened. Aurangzeb invaded Maratha territory on all sides. Hambirao Mohite was killed in an encounter with the Mughal army. So who got killed? Hambirao Mohite. This was a big blow to the Marathas. Administration of Sambhaji Maharaj. While fighting on many fronts, Sambhaji Maharaj did not neglect his administrative responsibilities. He gave administrative powers to Maharani Yashobai. He continued the legacy of Shivaji Maharaj of prompt justice, fair revenue and welfare of the people. So today students, we will be learning only this much. I hope students, you all must have understood about the Maratha War of Independence. So let's recap students what we have learned today. We have learned in detail about the Maratha War of Independence, which has lasted for 27 years. Then we have learned about Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, who was the eldest son of Shivaji Maharaj and was born on 14th May 1657 on the Purandar fort. Aurangzeb's invasion of Deccan. Then we have learned about campaign against the Siddhi and campaign against the Portuguese. After that, we have learned about end of Adil Shahi and Qutub Shahi, in which we have seen how Aurangzeb suspended the campaign against the Marathas and turned towards the kingdoms of Adil Shah and Qutub Shah. And at the end, we have learned about administration of Sambhaji Maharaj, in which we have seen while fighting on many fronts, Sambhaji Maharaj did not neglect his administrative responsibilities. He continued the legacy of Shivaji Maharaj of prompt justice, fair revenue and welfare of the people. So here student, we complete till here. The remaining part will be shown you all in our next video. I hope students you all must have enjoyed watching this video. If there is any doubt, I request you all to again watch the video. Till the time, stay safe and thank you so much. A very good morning, dear children. I hope you all are fine and safe with your family. Students, today in history, we will be continuing with our same lesson, that is lesson number 9, and name of the lesson is the Maratha War of Independence. Before moving to our this video, let's recall what all we have learned in our last video. We have learned in detail about the Maratha War of Independence, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, Aurangzeb's invasion of Deccan, campaign against the Siddhi, campaign against the Portuguese, end of Adil Shahi and Qutub Shahi, and administration of Sambhaji Maharaj. Now we will be learning about death of Sambhaji Maharaj. Mukarrab Khan was in charge of Kolhapur province. He captured Sambhaji Maharaj at Sangameshwar. On the orders of Aurangzeb, Sambhaji Maharaj was brutally put to death on 11th March 1689. So what Mukarrab Khan did? He was in charge of Kolhapur province and he captured Sambhaji Maharaj at Sangameshwar. So on the orders of Aurangzeb, Sambhaji Maharaj was brutally put to death on 11th March 1689. He faced death without compromising his self-respect. The Marathas took inspiration from his sacrifice and intensified their fight against the Mughals. Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj. Rajaram Maharaj, the second son of Shivaji Maharaj, was born on 24th Feb 1670 on Raigad. So Rajaram Maharaj was second son of Shivaji Maharaj and he was born on 24th February 1670 on Raigad. He became Chhatrapati after the death of Sambhaji Maharaj. So when did he become Chhatrapati? He became Chhatrapati after the death of Sambhaji Maharaj. Zulfikar Khan had besieged Raigad and entire royal family was on Raigad. It was risky to be at the same place. So what Zulfikar Khan did? He had besieged Raigad. Okay, that means he surrounded that place. An entire royal family was on Raigad. So everyone was there at that particular place. So because they were all together, so it was risky for everyone to be at the same place. See now what happens. It was decided that Maharani Yesubai should continue to defend Raigad and Rajaram Maharaj should escape and go to Jinji. So what was decided? It was decided that Maharani Yesubai should continue to defend Raigad and Rajaram Maharaj should escape and go to Jinji. These events displays greatness of Maharani Yesubai that she consented to make Rajaram Chhatrapati. She ensured his safety by making him leave Raigad. She took upon herself the responsibility of defending Raigad without regard of her own life and that of her son. After Rajaram Maharaj leaves for Jinji. After escaping from siege, Rajaram Maharaj went to Jinji fort in far south with his trusted Sardars. Okay, so what happened? After escaping from siege, Rajaram Maharaj, he went to Jinji fort in far south along with trusted Sardars. In the meanwhile, Mughals captured Raigad fort and arrested Maharani Yashobai and Prince Shahu. Aurangzeb had enticed many Maratha Sardars by giving them watans and jagirs. The same tactics were used by Raja Ram Maharaj to thwart the Mughal plan. Many Maratha Sardars who were promised jagirs fought with vigor and defeated Mughal generals. So many Maratha Sardars were there who were been promised of jagirs. They fought with vigor and they defeated Mughal generals. They harassed the Mughal army by guerrilla tactics. Santaji Khorpade and Vithoji Chauhan. They cut and carried away the golden pinnacle of Emperor's tent in a surprise attack. Siege of Jinji. Zulfikar Khan laid siege to Jinji fort. The Marathas defended the fort for nearly 8 years. Raja Ram Maharaj escaped from Jinji and returned to Maharashtra. So what Raja Ram Maharaj did? He escaped from Jinji and he returned back to Maharashtra. The return of Raja Ram Maharaj gave a boost to Marathas. They attacked the Mughal territories of Khandesh, Varhat and Baglan. He motivated many Maratha warriors to protect the Swaraj. So who motivated many Maratha warriors? Raja Ram Maharaj. After a short illness, Raja Ram Maharaj died at Singhagad on 2nd March 1700. Chhatrapati Raja Ram Maharaj. Raja Ram Maharaj provided leadership to the Marathas in fight against Aurangzeb for 11 years under very difficult circumstances. He managed to unite Maratha Sardars by his kind and accommodative nature. So what he did? He managed to unite Maratha Sardars by his kind and accommodative nature. He was a level-headed person. So how he was? He was a level-headed person. Maharani Tarabai. Maharani Tarabai, the capable wife of Raja Ram Maharaj, came forward to lead off the Maratha War of Independence. Contemporary Mughal historian Khafi Khan described her as an intelligent and knowledgeable woman. The Marathas went deep inside the Mughal territory outside Maharashtra in Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Malwa. She fought for 7 years and kept the Maratha kingdom strong. The death of Aurangzeb in 1707 of Ahmednagar marked the end of Maratha War of Independence, wherein they emerged victorious. They occupied the vacuum in political arena during the 18th century, described as on the century of Marathas. Do you know, students, Maharani Tarabai used the guerrilla technique very effectively. Marathas were comparatively weaker than Aurangzeb in army power. Aurangzeb used his army to put siege to the forts to capture them. Marathas used to fight for the fort as long as they could. But when the rainy season approached, Kiledar of the fort pretended to side with Aurangzeb. A bribe was accepted from Aurangzeb and the fort was handed over to him. The Kiledar used to deposit this bribe amount in the Maratha treasury. When Aurangzeb repleted the wealth, grains and ammunition on the fort, Tarabai used to capture that fort again. This strategy of Tarabai is described as safe deposit locker system. While describing Tarabai's great achievements, poet Devdatta, who was the son of Parmanand, the author of Shiv Bharat, says, ताराबाई राम रानी भद्रकाली कोपली दिल्ली साली दिनवानी दिल्ली शाद से गेले पानी राम राणी भद्रकाली रण रंगी क्रूद झाली प्रज्ञाची वेळ आली मुघल हो सांभाळा. So here we have completed, students, with our today's lesson. So let's recap what we have learned in our today's video. So let's recap, students, what we have learned in our this video. We have learned about death of Sambhaji Maharaj. We have also learned about Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj. Then Rajaram leaves for Jinji, siege of Jinji, then Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj, and at the end we have learned about Maharani Tarabai. Therefore, the 18th century is called as the century of Marathas. In the next chapters, we will see the achievements of the Marathas in that century. I hope, students, you all must have enjoyed the video. I request you all to go through the video once again. Till the time, students, stay safe and thank you so much.